So for those who don't know me, I went to a boarding school for 2 years, and if you don't know what a boarding school is, it's basically a school in which you live there, different from a day school. In these 2 years, I had the best and the worst experiences of my life at the same time. Weird, right? By the end of the day, I learned a lot of things, and I'm gonna tell you which kind of things I learned. And if you are going to a boarding school or you've been there, you can relate, just drop a comment and tell me more about it. Time is one of the most valuable things in our lives. I think time is one of the things we take for granted the most. In my first year, I would normally postpone all the time. I would be like chill. But then in my second year, stuff was getting serious. I'm still struggling to change my habits, but that's what I was trying to do, like give more value to my time. So I was doing a lot of research on productivity, let's say Pomodoro techniques and memorizing techniques. There is a thing called memory palace in which you kind of map a house and you put stuff, you put like definitions or concepts, and you imagine this. For example, having a definition in a living room or in a drawer in a living room, or let's say a formula in your room. Another thing that I learned was that you gotta sacrifice to achieve. At a certain point, I felt that my life was so stable. I was like in that comfort zone, and I was just like, yeah, I'm living my best life. I don't have to worry about anything. That wasn't my first year. I had to sacrifice fun. I had to sacrifice good things like time with my friends, girlfriends, all that, to achieve what I wanted to achieve. And did I achieve what I wanted to achieve? Yes, I did. I sacrificed it, and I actually did achieve what I wanted. The third thing that I learned that it might seem a little bit weird was that being alone can be addictive. With all the sacrifices I had to do, I ended up being alone most of the time. I had to double the time with myself, especially in my second year. And I can say that I'm a sociable person, but this time alone, it became quite addictive. I would rather be alone than being surrounded by people because I want to work on myself, and it just became addictive. I felt more productive. Although I used to struggle sometimes to work with people around, and all this just became addictive. I just wanted to be alone all the time and work on what I wanted to achieve. Depression is real. Where I come from, depression is seen as a made-up thing, that is just a thing that came up with this new era of technology, and of course I thought the same. So as the time passed, I started seeing things differently, and life can be unfair sometimes. So unfortunately, I suffer from that. I wasn't diagnosed or anything, but I asked Google what are the symptoms for that, and I found out that I suffer from the psychological and social symptoms of depression, which is sad, but it's gone. And I also knew people that suffer, like they were diagnosed, and then I realized that yeah, that's not made up. It's real. It's real. People you choose to have in your life can change it forever, to the better or to the worse. We all know that people around us might directly or indirectly affect our perspectives about the world, thus changing who we are and possibly changing how we behave. And I'm actually really impressed how I changed so much over the past 2 years. And I always believed that when I was around 15, 16, that I had my character, let's say, defined, that I would never change drastically. But oh well, life showed me that people can actually change all that, can actually change your character. Some people can be really selfish, egocentric, they can be really negative, and that will affect you to the worst side. Or some people can be really warm-hearted, they're really positive, give you that energy, and that will be a big win for you. And I think I kind of absorbed both sides. A big thing that I find really special is personal development. You start experiencing things that you never did in life. You start getting this sense of how life will be in a few years. You start getting this sense of living alone. You learn cooking if you never did, or like do your laundry and manage your resources, money, food, time, as I said before. This will most likely be your routine from boarding school and on. And that will definitely change your life and change who you are to the better. I believe so. Conclusion, boarding can actually mold someone. It can actually mold you as a person. You learn a lot. So that's what I specifically learned from boarding. And yeah, it can be hell, but it's cool at the end of the day. Any interesting and useful link down in the description. And that's it, family. I'm going. See you in the next video. Ciao.